I've been keeping a secret for quite some time. Just over a year ago, I quit my six-figure job in corporate America to pursue my dream of building this channel full-time. And in this video, I just wanted to tell my story of how I realized this moment that so many people dream about in hopes to inspire some of you to relentlessly pursue your goals. My passion for deer hunting began when I was 12 years old and got my first hand-me-down bow from my grandpa. And I cut my teeth bow hunting in a part of northern Michigan where you're lucky to even see a single deer, let alone a buck. So it took me till I was 19 years old to kill my first deer with a bow. And it took me till I was 25 to kill my first buck. And I will say a big part of that was because I played college basketball and most of my free time was consumed by that as a young adult. But I still felt like I was always just behind the curve. So after college in 2017, I launched this channel just as a way to document my progression as a bow hunter and share the lessons that I was learning along the way. As you'd probably expect, the first several videos were lucky to even break 100 views. Over time, as I started to see more and more success as a bow hunter, I taught myself how to run a camera, how to edit, and slowly my channel grew. Fast forward to 2022, and I started to have serious doubts that this dream would ever come to fruition. I just felt like it was way too big of a jump to make with the limited amount of time that I had. I'd found myself 7 years into a sales career that demanded most of my time and energy. And although my income and my lifestyle had increased dramatically, that only made me feel more and more trapped, and it was really hard to see a way out.
I'm probably at one of the lowest points I've ever been in my entire life, where I just feel hopeless. Like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but there's no end in sight of the situation that I'm in. This job is literally killing me. I'm a very positive, upbeat, motivated, disciplined, hardworking person. And I've literally just let everything fall by the wayside. I don't give a shit about work. My health is not good. My relationships could be much better. I have no motivation to do the things that I like to do. I don't play basketball anymore. I would like to, but really have no motivation to. I don't really have any motivation to do the things that I know are going to make me successful. Deer hunting, all fall, I barely hunted. I don't know, just didn't really have the drive to, even though it's something that I care deeply about. You know, when you don't have the motivation or drive to do the things that you really love to do, that's when you know you have a problem. And that's where I'm at right now. And I know I could live this life of like passion and drive and impact and all of these things, and I'm just not doing it. And I've like created this lifestyle where I have to maintain it now. That's the hardest part. That's the worst part about it, is because I'm at this high level I'm at, it's so much harder to go backwards and take steps back, and I'm not afraid of it. I'm not. Something needs to change, man.
Shortly after this point in time, I sat down with my wife Lindsay and we discussed an exit strategy. We decided we would be as frugal as possible through the rest of the year, build the channel as much as we could, but no matter what, wherever the channel ended up, by fall, I was going to quit my job and transition to full-time. And trust me, this was not an easy sale. I created the best PowerPoint presentation, probably in the history of PowerPoint presentations, to convince my wife that this was actually a good idea. I knew deep down that if I never took this chance and bet on myself, I would regret it for the rest of my life. I could always go back to corporate America. I could always go get another job. And yes, it took me a long time to work into the position that I was in, but that was a risk I was willing to take. After we made that decision, a weight was lifted off of my shoulders. There was a path out, but we knew that it was gonna be one of the most difficult endeavors we'd ever taken on. I worked like hell to build my channel in the meantime, and in September of 2022, I worked my last day in corporate America.
Well, I'm sitting here, September 30th, 2022, and I have this email drafted out I'm about to hit send on, and it's a farewell to Modus, farewell to everybody I worked with there, and it's truly a bittersweet thing. I mean, I was so done with that place and so over it, but it's like I've invested a lot of time and energy. 7.5 years of my life. I'm 20, 20 something. I'm 30 years old. Been there 7.5 years. So you do the math, but you know, basically a quarter of my entire life I've spent every single day logging in, going to the office, doing client meetings, and I'm about to completely pivot and do something completely different. It's kind of hitting me a little bit. I mean, I'm not like sad or not about to cry or anything, but it is it's a very monumentous day. Is that a real word? It's colossal. It's a big deal. This is a huge milestone in my life, and it's something I've been working towards for years. And I've had this sense of I'm not gonna allow myself to be happy until I get to this point, and I'm here now. And I'm just like flooded with joy. Praise God. He's unlocked a lot of doors for me and given me a lot of gifts and talents and blessed me super richly. And he's put this desire and this passion in my heart, and I'm excited to see where he takes me. So I'm gonna hit send here, and I'm sure I'll get some replies. People will probably try to call me today. A couple people will probably try to reach out about pending items that are still up in the air. I'm about to close this chapter of my life and not look back. And cheers to being done with corporate America, getting rid of my 9 to 5 and picking up a 24/7. So here we go. We're gonna hit send. There it goes. Farewell team, farewell Modus. My heart's like racing, like that was a big deal to do. So today I'm gonna tear down this desk. This was my editing desk. It's kind of my secondary desk in my office, and I don't need it anymore. I only have one role. It's to make sweet videos.
This brings us to today. Whether you're a first-time viewer or you've been along for the ride since the beginning, it's your support and the support of the awesome brands that I partner with that allow me to do what I love every single day. And for this, I say thank you. My mission is simple: to strive every day to become the best version of myself in all aspects of life, and to share the breakthroughs that I have in hopes to give someone the little bit of encouragement they need to keep pushing. God has a plan for all of us, and while I don't believe he put me on earth to deer hunt and to make videos, he's opening doors for me and giving me a platform to be able to share all of this with you. Needless to say, there's a new fire and drive inside of me, and on my channel, I'll be sharing my weekly activities and progress in the world of deer hunting and bow hunting, as well as highlighting all of the gear that I use. The other big initiative that I have for this year is to build a better sense of community. So whether you want to reach out to me via email, DM me on social media, or just drop me a comment down below. I want to see your harvest pictures. If you have questions on how to attack a certain property or how to address certain things as the season goes on, I want to be a sounding board. I don't know everything, I'm no expert, but I might be able to offer you a couple helpful tips, so feel free to reach out. It's gonna be a huge year. I'm super excited for all the things that I have planned, and I'm pumped to bring you guys along for the ride. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.